Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your June 2017 love reading. Now this is particularly for coupled Aquarius, okay? It can also represent what's going on for you in all your relationships, okay? I do my singles separately, they're already on my channel. If you scroll down you'll find it. So these two cards are you, these are your partner, and these three cards are the outcome. Okay, well actually the Hanged Man's the overall theme of the energy, okay? And it's so significant, that Hanged Man, because I think you've got the most interesting love reading here, guys, okay? Because you are the King of Cups and the Fool card, okay? Your partner is the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords. So your partner seems to be lost in some mental torment, or they've got some stuff to sort out, which isn't easy right now. They might have some difficulties, but you are not losing your calm. And you're not losing your cool, Aquarius, and I love seeing that for you guys. Okay, and the outcome, eventual outcome, is temperance, which means you're going to find a middle path. The two of you will find your center again, and emotional peace. Okay, things will transform, because temperance is the alchemist card. So I do love that for you, but the overall theme is letting go. Knowing that you cannot control another person. You can't control what your partner's going through. Okay? Hang yourself upside down to get a different perspective. This is the crown chakra. It's Pisces. The crown chakra trusts. They trust the web of life. And they trust life, and whatever's happening is going to be okay, okay? So, Aquarius, you start off with this beautiful King of Cups. And the King of Cups is someone who doesn't lose their emotional well-being because of another person's behaviour, or because of another person's state of mind. Now, it has to be one of the hardest things ever to not get pulled into our partner's difficulties or our partner's traumas. But this is what the King of Cups does. He keeps he's got his throne, and he's got his cup, and he sits on the ocean, which is emotions, and the emotions of everyone, and he doesn't lose his center of gravity, because ultimately our only true responsibility is to our own emotional center, and you're taking it. And your partner is the Eight of Swords, so I don't quite know what's happening for them, guys. They seem really frustrated. They might be trapped in a situation, or they might be in a situation where they feel trapped. Now, I want you to remember with this card, there's ways out of this situation, but maybe they're not choosing to take it, or maybe they can't see it. They could be frustrated, they could be annoyed with life. But what I love the most is, Aquarius, here you're not getting entangled. You're keeping this beautiful state of peace, and that's what's going to win in the end, and that's how you're going to get temperance. So your partner might be trapped in some difficult life circumstances, guys, and it's almost that you've made this decision to be an emotional rock for them. Does that make sense? Or to somehow not get too entangled with what's going on for them, but to be emotionally there for them. You then move on to the Fool card, which is the ultimate free spirit. He's a 0. He carries no baggage. So again, he doesn't react. He responds to a situation as appropriate. and when it's appropriate, but he doesn't carry this backload of emotional reactions. He doesn't carry this backload of unforgiveness or a backload of toxicity. He responds appropriately to situations when it's required, but he's a 0. He's whole, he's complete, and he's not letting himself get pulled in to someone else's difficulties, because your partner emotionally is a 5 of Swords, okay? So they might be, your partner might be quite argumentative, guys, okay? Or they're emotionally having a really difficult time. They're in conflict with someone, okay? I don't know. But ultimately this card is someone who's choosing to end conflict, because look at the image. He's walked around, he's gathered all the swords, okay? But there's people being hurt, and they might be verbally very stressed out, so they might be lashing out. But you're not taking a bit of it on, because look, you're the Fool card. You know, the Fool's a 0, but he's also number 22, which is a master number, guys, okay? You're being this master, which it's just, you're not getting pulled into your partner's. You know, if someone attacks us verbally, our initial response is to fight back, isn't it? But it doesn't seem to be that you're doing that. That you're keeping this beautiful, beautiful energy. Absolutely love to see that for you. I've never really seen a love reading like this before. And your outcome, first of all, 7 of Wands, and then Temperance, the Alchemist card. And the 7 of Wands is the 2 of you together. So there might be having to stand up for what you value. The 2 of you might be a little bit protective of your inner space. You might be saying this far and no more. You might be trying to collect the boundaries between yous and almost maybe putting a line down, and you know, when some boundaries have been crossed, and putting a line down to say no more, okay? No more boundary violation here. There seems to be a reorganization required, and you're getting it because your outcome is a Temperance card. So the Temperance card is the Alchemist card. It's about transformation. It's a very emotional card because she's half in water and her other half is with fire and that beautiful goblet, which is about love. So this is about the 2 of you together finding a middle path. And this middle path is about not living in any extremities. So extremities would be if you get pulled into this conflict. But you're not going to get pulled into this conflict. So what you're going to do, Aquarius, by keeping this stability, you're going to pull your partner over to Temperance because you're going to keep the emotional balance. And if someone keeps the emotional balance, the relationship restores its balance point. And it seems to be that's what your responsibility is, because you've got no control over what your partner's going through. All you can do is keep this stable position emotionally and spiritually, because that's what the Fool card is. The Fool carries no karma. He doesn't want to take it on, so he doesn't want to get into conflict anymore. He wants to keep his energetic system free. And you do that by not responding, by not reacting, and not getting pulled into the conflict. And that's what's going to bring it back to a Temperance card. There might be a need to stand up for yourself a little bit to reach a point where you go this far and no more. Okay, I'll leave that with you to decide when that is. But in this card, look, this beautiful inner space lies beyond this door. and you've been a little bit guarded over it. And maybe you've been a little bit guarded because your partner's in an argumentative place and you're having to say no to it. You know, you're having to say no, so something new can emerge, and it's going to emerge in the Temperance cards. Remember, you've got no control over what your partner's going through. Your control is your power to stay with your own emotional center and to not pick up every sword that's flung your way, guys. There's another way, and the other way is the Fool card. It's sometimes saying, no, I don't have to pick up that piece of fire that's just been flung at me. I can choose to keep walking on my own unique path, okay? And that's what's going to bring this relationship back to balance, because something's going to be restored by the end of June, okay? This middle path between you of respect and balance. Okay, Aquarius, I've never seen a reading like this. I love it. Just, okay, if you want to contact me, my email's in the About section, just to let me know what this means, or for a private reading, is whatever works for you guys. Okay, loads of love. Bye.